People say there are no jobs, but the truth of the matter is there are jobs. There are so many jobs here and there, but they are less qualified people. My name is Pastor Victor Joas. I'm the founder of BridgeBroke. BridgeBroke is a human resource organization. BridgeBroke was founded in 2020, and somebody asked why. I started BridgeBroke not because I wanted to have the feel of being a founder of an organization. I started BridgeBroke for two major reasons. Number one, I started BridgeBroke because I had a lot of people around me, young people. I've been involved in youth development for over a decade now. I had a lot of young people around me who graduated and had no job. And as a pastor of these young people, I was tired of seeing them flocking around me without a source of income. And I said to myself, okay, I have what it takes to recommend these people to organizations because the recommendation is coming from me, employ them. I said, why don't I have an organization that will just go into outsourcing relationship management? So that was one of the reasons why I started BridgeBroke. The second reason I started BridgeBroke was because of customer service. I'm a professional customer service executive, and I work with one of the multinational organizations in Nigeria. I've been in the customer service industry for over 6 years, and a lot of things are going wrong. Personally, I have been attended to in a very bad, and I don't know how to explain it. I have been attended to in a way where I wished I never walked into that organization. So I said to myself, Victor, you can solve two problems with BridgeBroke. You can go into outsourcing relationship management, outsource people to organizations. Then you can also go into customer service training and consultation. So this was the passion behind BridgeBroke, and that was how BridgeBroke began. Wow, there have been a lot of challenges. The first and foremost is the fact that there seems to be a lot of competition in the outsourcing relationship management industry. And when I mean competition, I mean both professional and unprofessional. So I'll give you an example. Somebody can easily recommend another person. Somebody can be in an organization and say, I have a brother, can you employ this person? And so there seems to be a lot of competition. The second challenge is the fact that we don't have so much qualified people, and I will explain how. People say there are no jobs, but the truth of the matter is there are jobs. There are so many jobs here and there, but they are less qualified people. So one of the challenges is that some people want a particular kind of job, but they don't have the qualification. So these are two major challenges. So what BridgeBroke does to solve this problem and become effective as an organization is we do what we call skill management. BridgeBroke has a department where we train. Okay, we call it employee training services. We look at an employee who desires a particular role. We look at what you can do. We look at your qualification. We look at everything that you have. Then we give you a free consultation. That this is what you should do. These are the skills you should acquire. These are the qualifications you should get. And this period of time, if you can do this and do that, in less than 2 years, 3 years, you should be able to land yourself that dream job. So that's how we solve that very first one. The second one of unprofessional people. Well, there is nothing much you can do about that. All we do is to remain professional. And of course, people will always go for professionalism. So we ensure that we don't compromise professionalism. And by so doing, I think we grow out of that challenge. My motivation has been, like I said at the beginning, my motivation is the fact that I have a lot of people around me who desire a job. Let's put it that way. So whenever my company is able to outsource an employee to an employer or an organization, we are happy. We are accomplished. We are fulfilled that somebody has a job. The second motivation is to tackle the problem of customer service. Lack of customer service etiquette has been a major problem in our industry. So the fact that we offer customer service training and consultation, and we see our clients doing better, and we get feedback from their clients that this organization is very good at customer service, that makes us very happy. So that's our motivation, to solve the problem of customer service and solve the problem of unemployment. BridgeBroke desires to fully we are looking at, between now and 2030, we want to be able to have sourced over 1 million African youths. BridgeBroke is not just going to focus in Nigeria, but we are an African organization for Africans. So everywhere Africans are majorly in the African continent, we intend to go into these countries and help as many people as possible, outsource them to organizations, train as many as possible in customer service. So between now and 2030, BridgeBroke desires, we intend, we hope to train over 3,000 youths and outsource over 20,000 people to organizations in Africa. My advice to those who are unemployed is this: get skills, get qualification. And somebody asked me, how do I get qualifications? How do I get experiences when I don't have a job? Well, why don't you make use of volunteerism? Experience is experience. Nobody's asking if it's a paid job or not a paid job. So volunteer. In volunteering, you acquire experience. In volunteering, you understand the skills that you can acquire. So I will advise the unemployed youths to volunteer. Not everybody must start a business. So if you feel that you don't have what it takes to start a business, that you want to work and you don't have that dream job yet, then volunteer. Go into an organization, look for an organization and tell them that you want to do something free. Yes. And volunteer as much as you can. Why volunteering? You're acquiring experience. Why volunteering? You are learning more, you're learning new things. And while volunteering, you might see need to acquire more skills. Then you upgrade your skills. One day, you will land yourself a good job. And of course, maybe while volunteering, you will come across BridgeBroke. And if you're qualified enough, we could help you secure that dream job. My life has been a life of volunteerism. In fact, when you look at Victor, you see a selfless volunteer. I was in the ministry for 10 good years, and it was a pure act of volunteerism. I was not paid a dime. I pastored different campuses all over the South and part of the Southeast. I have volunteered in customer service so many times. I presently consult for an organization that doesn't pay a dime. I have trained over 200 youths in different skills without asking for a dime. That's volunteerism. So yes, till now, my life is about volunteerism. And BridgeBroke, to a very large extent, is also a volunteering organization, because the vision is what drives us, not the finance. For example, if we have people who need jobs, we don't take a dime from them. We assess you, we place you on training, then we assess you to a job, to an organization with a very minimal fee. So it's still an act of volunteerism. The good thing about volunteerism is that if you are good at what you are doing while volunteering, you won't spend so much time there. Yes. People are looking for excellence. People are looking for technicality. People are looking for professionalism. So let's say, for example, you're a mechanical engineer and there's no job, and you're very good at what you do. I can assure you by experience that if you volunteer to render your services to an organization, you won't stay so long. If you're very good, you're excellent, you're professional, something big will come out of it. So how long? Well, it depends on how good you are, how professional you are. That will determine how long you can stay in the act of volunteerism. My advice to someone who does not have a skill, technical know-how, and is not willing to volunteer, my my counsel to you is that we live in a world where people are looking for relevance, and you need a skill to be relevant. You need that motivation to be relevant, and if you want to be relevant, you need a skill. So acquire one. If you don't want to acquire a skill, then volunteer to do something. And while volunteering, you can acquire a skill. But you don't have a skill, you don't have the technical know-how, you don't want to volunteer, then you don't want to be relevant. That's just it. Like I said, you don't need money to volunteer. Just volunteer what you can do. Walk up to an organization and tell them you can do something. I'll give you a story, very short story. So I'm a customer service manager, and I came into a location and I'm new there. What did I do? I walked into an organization and I told them that I could help them train their staff. I showed them my portfolio. I showed them my resume. And I met the general manager and said, see, I want to do a free job. This is the experience I had in the organization. I wasn't attended to professionally in time of customer service. Can you just give me 2 days with your staff? Let me train them. And if at the end of 2 days you're not satisfied with the content of the training, then don't bother about it. And I tell you, after the second day, I landed myself a contract with that organization. So you don't need finance to volunteer. The facts still remain. Do you have what it takes to volunteer? Do you have a skill? Do you have something to give out? If you have something to give out, go and give it out free. Don't worry. Nothing is actually free. Just give it out free. If you're good at it, it will pay back at the end of the day. That's my counsel.